Hello guys, the sad one has majorly has hit Turkey where some of our players are applying their trade to Gochuku and AY.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome on board.
Welcome, brother.
I say welcome to us. We'll bring you much of that happening in the world of sports, from fans' reaction, pre-happen reaction. Trust me, we'll bring it to you as it happen. AY.
Yeah.
It's a sad one if I must say.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Where some of our players are making their ends.
Yeah.
Disaster don't hit them.
Yeah, it was apparently an earthquake. I think the interior minister, by name Ali Yakilia, confirmed that 3 buildings partially collapsed, and the tremor was felt across some particular province in Turkey, where we know that we have some of our big and top Nigerian players, like of Victor Osimhen and Oluwatosin Demi. So apparently, well, I think it affected some particular province. I think the Kaba and Elizag, as well as some part of Syria, were affected. But the one that comes to mind is the fact that the city they call the city name is called as Sani Lufa, which is home to one of our bright stars, Olariwaju Kayode. I think he's the only one that stays that has that is a resident here in that particular, and then we apparently reached out to him, and as far as we are concerned, there is no concern. And and then for other players like Victor Osimhen, like Oluwatosin Demi that plays their trade in Galatasaray, I think they were not particularly involved in this particular situation. But I feel like we have Turkey is like one of the biggest one of the countries that host some of our biggest players. You understand, cut across all of those provinces. But hopefully we hope they are fine at the moment.
Yeah, as to buttress what AY is saying, you remember the last time the tragedy struck in Turkey. That was 2023, where we lost a very wonderful player in the person of Christian Atsu. That it's a Ghanaian national, and he played for the likes of Newcastle, Porto. This guy was an established footballer. So when we lost him at that point in time, the whole world felt it. The English football felt it and all that. The magnitude of earthquake that hit them that time was about 7.9, and it was that, and it followed by another 7.7. So back to back. So one of the things that happened in this particular earthquake was the fact that there was not a preceding earthquake that followed this one immediately. If it had happened, it would have finished the whole thing. But thank God, goodness, that this one was just a 5.9 magnitude earthquake that struck in eastern Turkey, but the likes of Victor Osimhen is Galatasaray is in northern Turkey. So, but this one is still hit across to even some parts of northern Syria. So the thing is that the region, the Turkey region, is synonymous with that earthquake. Just like some parts of Africa here, we have flooding. Their natural disaster is mostly earthquake. So, and this, like Ewal rightly said, we have over 20 Nigerian nationals that are plying their trade in Turkey. Most recently was Demey, the Falcons player that went to the Falcons that went to the Olympics, the defender. She plies her trade in Turkey. We have Onkuke, Kenneth Omero, Kasim Pasa. We have Taiwo Ibrahim Olawoyi that plies in trade in Turkey as well. So there are many. Our brothers are many, and we thank God that the whole thing, lives were not lost. But generally, we have the Interior Minister, as AY has rightly reported, said over 179 people were involved in this thing, but right now 42 is in the hospital under observation. So, but God, thank God that none of our players are affected in this thing. But this is to show that, man, that place no be play, you go stay for so long, bro.
Talking about not staying there, I think the last time we had that kind of incident was February 2023.
23 years.
About 58,000 lives was lost.
That's how bad it is.
You understand? So according to them, they are still assessing this current situation. They can't account for certain people right now. But at least as far as we are concerned, our Nigerian players, we've actually reached out to them. No, there's nothing, because if the list is endless. Ogenekaro, Etebo,
yes,
Bright Osai, so a lot of them. But we are glad that at least we've not recorded any casualties for now from our own hand. And I'm not going to lie to you. I think we should be grateful as a nation. Let's not forget about. I think the only natural disaster that we have that will always happen here is the bad governments that we have,
which is a major one.
Which is a major one. But we are not always faced by these kind of challenges that the likes of Turkey and the likes face, which is actually good for us. So we have to be grateful for that, because but it's just that our government are not trying. If not, what are our players going to do in Turkey?
God cannot give you what you cannot handle. Let's be sincere with ourselves. If something like an earthquake. You know, the last time a tremor hit Nigeria and some parts of Kaduna, did you know how it felt? That was just tremor.
Yeah.
Then imagine if the earthquake strike. Man, so our buildings here are not earthquake proof.
Yeah.
The thing, see, the list is enormous, but we just say thank God
say
he
no
give us the
And bad government.
bad government and a bit of flood here and there. I think the flooding can't be controlled because most of our flooding situation is as a result of when either Chad or Cameroon release their waters and we don't provide solutions, channels for it. Our dams are not adequately enough or embanked well to receive the waters. And so that is where our own problem is. But like we've said, thank God that the likes of Victor Osimhen is saved, Uncle K, Kenneth Omero is saved, Demi is saved,
Ibrahim Olawoyin, Emeka
Ibrahim.
Tosin Lawal.
The name is
too plenty.
the name plenty. But yes, that's
It's a natural disaster.
Yeah, it's a natural
It can't be
disaster.
controlled. It's bound to occur. But I think the best thing they can do is to probably evacuate from that side. Probably move a bit from that region that it keep happening.
Yeah, but I think you can't predict where
you
it's
can't
gonna
predict.
happen.
That's the
It's
problem.
must be happening in that particular area almost
but
all the time.
but if God has said that's where you get your daily bread, you will understand. We understand the fact. Okay, like Victor Osimhen's situation is concerned, he's supposed to
Come to either England
but he
or
had to
Saudi
do a
Arabia.
season long loan at Galatasaray. Hopefully by January he has to move, and that I think that might be the story for some other players too. They just probably want to use those clubs as stepping stones. Bright Osayi, we've had news about him. Favorites from Premier League giants are looking for him, but at least you still have to be there for them to see you. So let them stay alive for us.
And the hustle for daily bread, you could
either
lose it, you lose your life there, or you make the bread. So that's the thing about life. That's the thing about life.
So,
well, regardless, we thank God this.
Sure.
And at the magnitude, apart from our players, the fact these guys are also human, even if they're not our nationals. The magnitude was not so heavy to cause much loss of lives and properties.
I don't think any life is recorded to be lost yet.
And so far, nothing. So far, none. But we have about 42, which are under observation in the hospital. But over 179 people were affected.
Yeah, you can see from CCTV footage that we put out there.
It was this 5.9 is not a small earthquake. It's not small. But we thank God that there was not an earthquake that followed it immediately. That was one of the major problems we had in the 2023 earthquake. Make ground shakes. Maybe on that one, one shake and pass that one. Everything was
very big tremor.
And so, but we thank God.
We thank God, say you no pass like this.
Yeah, I've been from Libya to Turkey.
While I know they finish.
People I know they finish.
While I know they finish.
That's the time on final. So don't forget to always like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think or what you feel about the in the comment section. It help us thank God, say you know affect any of our players.
Yeah, sure.
We also have a lot of package for you over there because we catch official on Chelsea Corner every Monday, AY on Touch and also you can be with me on every Tuesday where I bring you Niger Corner. Don't forget to always mention that platform on Facebook, Final Ways for 931, on TikTok, Final Ways 931, on YouTube, Final Ways 931, also on Twitter, and on X, also Final Ways for 931. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.